Hello folks and welcome back to Medieval Total War. I am Tip, and this is going to be part 13 of my Viking invasion campaign where I'm playing as the Mercians, and it has been a little bit of a while, so I needed to take some time before I started recording to refresh myself on what the siege is, what's going on, what am I getting ready to do, and I'm reminded that I am currently still at war with the Northumbrians, although they are just so not a threat right now. They're kind of stuck here in Elmet, sandwiched in between me and the Vikings and the Scots and some rebels up here. They do have some chunky units here, like some royal bodyguards, and then they have some Saxon huscarls as well. And then, yeah, 4 units of royal bodyguards and some armored spearmen, some fearedmen, you know, but also, yeah, lots of spearmen and woodsmen, peasants. They might be able to hold on to Elmet and survive for a bit. The 2 Viking armies, I don't know if they would move inland and attack the Northumbrians. They sure as heck moved inland when they attacked me at the very beginning of this campaign, the Vikings did, but typically it seems like they kind of stay on these coastal regions, which makes sense, right? So these armies, though, that belong to the Vikings, they're big, but actually they kind of look weak by Vikings comparisons, because like usually you see a lot of not berserkers, but a lot of the like the Jom's Vikings and the Viking huscarls, and here you get a lot of Viking thralls and a lot of other units that have been bribed or hired, like the Highland Clansman, which is a Scotsman unit, or the Scots unit. I think you see some other units as well. Maybe not in this army, but still, I don't know if this is strong enough, honestly, to take this Northumbrian armies. Maybe it is, but in any case, I'm going to hold just a 2-province border just for efficiency's sake, or my economy's sake. Just going to hold it with 2 armies, and that should be fine up here. There still is a couple Viking provinces in my regions that are kind of being held on to here. I'm going to guard Cantware. And you know, mind you, the Vikings are still my allies, but I would like to take these provinces eventually. So I have what's about to be a full stack very soon here in West Sax, and it's going to be guarding South Sax and East Sax, just kind of waiting to kind of pounce here. I have a bunch of bishops trying to decrease the loyalty here in Cantware. It's increasing the Catholicism. We're sitting at 51% Catholic and 49% pagan, so they're working on it. And hopefully they can kind of cause some issues with the Vikings eventually over time. And I keep bringing down these spies. I don't know if it's worth it, but I'm going to keep trying, I guess, because they can also lower that population loyalty there. But they keep dying. There's a border fort here, so they're having some issues getting caught by that border fort. And let's see, over here in Gwynedd. So I was able to take the rebel provinces, and I took the Welsh out as well. So now the Vikings are just down here to Gwynedd, and again, they have their paganism is high, and I can start sending my bishops over there. They can make their way over. I'm training them here in West Sax. West Sax can train the huscarls with a +1 valor, but I'm waiting for now to get this royal palace finished here in Somerset so I can retrain them in Somerset with that armor and weapons bonus from that metalsmith, which is going to be nice. Also, same thing here in Deafness. I'm waiting for that royal palace to be finished so that I can train my royal bodyguards here, get some heavy cav going. Cernew is just kind of a secondary militia sergeant's production area, so that's going to be nice as well. So I'm able to get enough armies out into the field. My economy is sitting at, it's okay. It's, you know, making over 3 grand, which is fine, I think, for as much armies as I have out. And the fact that I can basically hold this with just 1 army, here sitting here in Rock and Satan to guard Puis and Clwyd, and I can have just another army, as I mentioned before, sitting here in West Sax, that frees up these 2 armies. This one just has to finish up this fight here in Defet to get rid of these 13 remaining rebels. This is a stockade. I would like to go in there, and I know I keep saying this, but I haven't quite figured out if there is a difference in the defensive structure of a warrior hold and a stockade in a fortified village. So the stockade is a tier 2, I believe. And fortified village. Yeah. So the stockade is a tier 2. I'm going to go in there and fight this manually just to kind of see if I can see a difference in the defensive fortifications. I feel like there's not. I feel like all three of those structures just have a fence with a gate with no wall or, or door or anything. You can just kind of walk right in. But that can't be the case, right? Like there has to be a difference. I feel like there has to be a difference. There's been a difference in every, even Shogun had differences in the castle side. Like, the castles got bigger, right? And in the Grand Campaign for medieval, there's a big difference between forts and keeps and castles and citadels. So it would be weird if they had just like 3 fortifications with no defensive differences. I must be not paying attention. So I'm going to kind of dive in there and see what's what. Now, my king, I checked in on him. He sucks. 2 influences bad. And that explains the bad loyalty of my generals. If a lot of them are okay. This one's not. 2 loyalty on Efler. And I think that this is a full stack, but I think that the idea here is to send him up to Deary, where my king, and this is just like my general, all of my generals are sitting and hanging out with my king, including his heir, who only has 1 loyalty. So he can just be babysat there, and he shouldn't have any loyalty issues. And then I can return this guy, Lord Beowulf, and he's a good general, and he's loyal, and he can get ready to fight the, I want to invade Ireland. And I will at least need 3 stacks, I think, to do that. At least 3. They have most of their concentration down here in Munster. I'm thinking about invading Ulster. There's no fortifications here. I reckon they would just retreat, and then I can get a foothold here and start building some stuff. And then I can push down through Brega and Legen and Munster. I think if I invade Brega, for instance, like right off the bat, then it's making it too easy for them. Like, they could just attack me from all sides, from Ulster and Munster. These are just peasants, so not worried about that, but still. Yeah, that's going to be the idea there. So I don't want to push up north yet. I want to clean up Ireland first before I initiate the end game, because if I get my best armies kind of isolated here in Ireland, when I finish up that end game, when the Vikings attack me, that's going to feel kind of dumb. So yeah, Ireland first, then push north. The north is interesting. I noticed, so like, I've said before that it seems like the Scots and the Picts don't really do anything to one another. They just kind of like fight the Vikings, and that's that. In this campaign, it seems like the Scots have really struggled with the Vikings because they're losing territory, and then I think the Picts are just picking up that territory off of the Vikings or the rebels that are left behind, because I don't think the Picts and the Scots have ever been at war with each other in this campaign. I might have missed it, but I don't think they have been. I think the Picts are just taking advantage of a weakened Scotland or Scots, and yeah, the Scots are down to 1 province, which is rough. Yeah, there's a Viking army here in Sile, and some tough rebels here in Regent. And then the Picts have a decent little northern empire going on, which is, I'm happy to see that, honestly. That would make it a kind of fun to fight against them. So yeah, hopefully that kind of stays the same, honestly. I hope they do okay and provide a fun little late game challenge for me before I have to fight the Vikings. But first things first, let's get ready to fight the Irish here. I checked all of my provinces. They're all building stuff and training stuff. So I think I'm at the end of this turn, and I think I'm just ready to move on into the next one. I need catapults. And so I'm working on catapults right now. That's the thing that I want at least 3, if not like 4, 5, or 6 to get through this keep here. To get through keeps, it's better if you have mangonels, but I'm not ready to build those yet. Since this is like my siege weapons province, and I decided to work on farmland for a while, this is probably going to be building for another 4, 5, 6 years, or however long that is. So it's going to be a while before I can work on a keep and then build the siege engineer building, which allows me to build mangonels. So yeah, I can't really get mangonels ready for this invasion of Ireland, but I think 6 catapults should be fine. It's just a wooden outer wall, so they have not upgraded it. In fact, I don't know if you upgrade it in the... Yeah, you can upgrade it in this campaign and get that keeper and curtain wall, which is a lot harder to get through. That's where you really want mangonels, is to get through that stone outer layer. And I don't think there is any of that on the map. I'm not seeing any unless there's something here in Aflafla. Yeah, so catapults should do the trick to get through Brega. Ballistas will be plenty enough to get through Munster and Legen, which is just a fort and a warrior hold. Alrighty then, let's take a peek at this stockade and see if we can spot any differences here in the fortifications itself. I don't think there is one, but I hope there is. That'd add a little bit of a flavor, of course. I don't feel like I need to do anything too special here. I'm just here to take a peek, and it's the same thing, isn't it? Is the building layout inside of the stockade different? Because it just feels like the same thing. What do they have inside? Is there any archers? I don't think so. I can probably just bring my own archers up. And they can shoot at the guys inside, and we can call it a victory without taking any losses here. They have 10 Viking Carls and then 3 peasants, and that's going to be it. Yeah, it looks exactly the same. So much for taking no casualties. I think that one of my guys... I think there was some friendly fire, honestly. Which is unfortunate, but you know what? There's 2 guys left. Oh, wait, nope. Oh, there's one peasant left. And that's gonna do it, yeah. Yeah, we lost 1 guy to friendly fire. Oh, poor guy. So Defet is now ours. We got some money from that unrest in Sile. Looks like the Scots might get a little bit of an army action going here, and they might be able to take that back. The Viking leader has died, but there's always a new one. And yeah, my spy just can't get set up here in Cantware. They just keep getting killed, which seems like a waste of money. Yep, I'm getting my farmland improved, which is finally, you know, it's good. I needed that extra income, so... I keep trying to get my heir married to the Northumbrians just because there's no other princesses left on the map right now. It would be nice if the Scots or the Picts or the Irish would have a princess so I could get my son married. There's only a 10-year difference between the son and the father, so there's not going to be a ton of time left after the king dies for my son to get married to like a noble woman or whatever and have kids. So it's kind of nerve-wracking. I hope that I know that I have 2 younger brothers, but also I don't think they're young enough either. You know, so it might be a little bit nerve-wracking when we get towards the end here. King Edward, magnificent builder, so +2 loyalty to all generals. That helps out. Yeah, I needed that. I needed that for sure. And, ooh, Steward's a good one. Yeah, this governor and general is giving +10 happiness and +10% to agricultural production, so that really helps out a lot for his province. When deciding who I should grant the governorship of the Prince of Defet to, this is a good title. It does give command and dread and loyalty and piety. I have a few options here. I was looking at either one of these guys, Wolflaff or... a Fourth Red, I think. They don't have titles, although Fourth Red is philosophically inclined, so he's going to be giving -5% agricultural output and -5% trade income because he's too philosophical. So that's not. And then yeah, Wolflaff is also administratively. I can't talk today, guys. But yeah, he's greedy. -10% agricultural output and -10% trade income. So those are both bad traits when it comes to governors. And I was thinking, okay, what about Aflahea? His income's not good, but he will give +30 happiness because he's a charismatic leader. And Blackmailer is a bad one, but at least the damage has already been done. So that -3 loyalty, it's already been done. It's not getting worse than this. In fact, this is getting better because his king has become a great builder or whatever. So I can raise his loyalty by a bit here by making him the governor of Defit, and I can make him a better general as well. So yeah, how about it? Defit's not really worth much either anyway, although I can get gold eventually. Yeah, I can build a gold mine here, but let's do this. Make a bit more money. And now he is a 5-star general as well, so that's pretty grand. And yeah, his loyalty is a little bit better, yeah. That'll do. And also, when deciding who should be my 3rd general for my 3rd stack that's going to be attacking Ireland, I think that the Mr. Philosophy Man, he's going to be a good choice. 4th red. 4-star general, yeah, what's not to love? So I think you can probably head down here as well. And this can actually, no, head down here and pick up some units from these stacks. And this can be the start of his army. And then he can head down to Rock Satan to pick up some cavalry. And then he'll meet up here in Defit. And this is going to be the meeting point for my 3 armies as they stage and get ready to invade Ulster. Administrative. Why can't I say that right now? Administratively. Why can't I? Oh my goodness. Man, some days, I really do, I wonder. I was never like diagnosed or anything for dyslexia. That's what that word means, is when you can't say words, or is that when you can't read words? Actually, I don't know. Maybe that's why I was never diagnosed. Sometimes I wonder. I look at a word like that and I just go, okay, what's wrong with my mouth? Why can't I say it? Anyway, all right, moving on. Let's, yeah, maybe I just didn't drink enough water, you know? Maybe, sometimes it's just a simple reason. That's all it is. I didn't get enough water, and I can't say words. There we go. Vikings are retreating from Sile. And, okay, the Vikings are also invading Ligon as well. Okay, interesting. The Vikings are just being really aggressive in this campaign. Yeah, they're doing a lot of damage. And yes, I'm catching Viking assassins here in Deary. Okay, going after my king. I see how it is. Abbey is finished here in Wiche. So that's going to give me some good money from that. Royal Palace is finished as well. So yeah, now we can get some cavalry going. Watchtowers, yes. And I have a daughter on the way. Okay. Athelred, weak principles. He's just a peasant, I think, so nothing to worry about. And Lord Amphelher is plus 10 happiness here. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I think it's just like dry mouth thing. Like no matter how much water I drink, I really struggle. You would think that after years of doing this, like I really would have this down to a science. Sometimes like I feel like I'm doing okay, but then sometimes I'm like, man, my mouth doesn't feel right. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how much water I have to drink. Like, why do I have to drink so much water to be able to talk? It's just, it feels like it's too much. All right. Yeah. Yeah, some days I feel okay, though. Like, some days it just really flows off the tongue and it feels fine. And then, yeah, I don't know what it is about certain days where I go, oh, and yep, there it goes. I can't say anything anymore. Oh, well, I'll keep trying. This is probably going to be a pretty chill episode anyway, so just going to relax with this one and get my armies together, and we'll see. I might get an invasion in. I might actually attack Ulster. Don't know if we're going to get a fight in because I'll just retreat from Ulster, and this, as long as I attack from this direction, there's going to be no chance for a counterattack because even these 2 armies wouldn't be able to take me on. I would have to take Brega before they counterattack. I'm assuming. And now that I can train royal bodyguards here in Defness, I want to make sure I get this right this time because I just kind of forgot to get around to this in my Irish campaign, but let's make sure that I can eventually get some mounted nobles in this campaign. So that's going to be the full strength unit of heavy cav that's going to be available to me. So I need to get a royal court, which is the upgraded building of the royal palace. But to get that, I need to keep. And I also need, let's see, a horse breeder as well. So yeah, stables is going to be the first tier, and then horse farmer, and then horse breeder. So we have a few buildings to go before we can get those going. So let's get started on that. Let's make sure we don't get sidetracked, and let's stay on task. Okay, well, in that end turn, the Northumbrians did attack Bjornese, or the Vikings in Bjornese. I'm assuming the attack did not go well because their king was just captured and executed. His heir has taken over, so the Northumbrians still do exist. But that is going to weaken them for sure. Ooh, and I wasn't keeping track of this. Prince Conwulf is now of age, so I can take a peek at him and see how he's doing. Church is finished here. That's going to give +3 morale, I believe, to my soldiers. They're going to be trained there. And then Royal Palace is finished here in Somerset. So now I can finally retrain my Huscarls that I train here in West Sax. So that's going to be sweet. Let's see, Fort in Poise. I can't remember why I was building a fort there, but there you have it. Copper Mine Complex and Pike Titan for some more money. And let's see, butts are finished. So now I can train archers here in Gwent with that +1 valor bonus that I get from the province. So that's going to be good as well. Border Fort, Stockade, and Clwyd. Clwyd does have the iron deposits, so I can make this another training facility as well. Haven't decided what I want to make there yet, but I'll figure it out. And then, yeah, Metalsmith is finished here in Cernu. And then I do have another son on the way. Yes, good. So my new prince is a hedonist. Oh, that's not good. So -1 valor for him. So he's not going to be as good of a fighter. But he's a great warrior, so he's going to be fat, but he's going to survive. You know, that's how it works sometimes. And let's see, famously brave. Ooh, +1 valor and +1 morale for that mounted sergeant. Okay. Okie dokie. And let's see, anything else here? Yeah, magnificent builder. Okay, I'll take it. All right, sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So now the Northumbrians are, to me, I would think they're like sufficiently weakened, probably, to where the Vikings probably could dogpile in on them. Yeah, king is, yeah, I don't know. The Vikings might take them out. There's enough here. Just by sheer numbers, the Vikings could do the job here in Elmet. Oh, sweet, sweet, sweet. There is a Pictish princess on the board. Yes, please, emissary, do your job, man. Get my son a wife. Because by the time my king dies, it would be nice if there was already an heir on the way. That would be very comforting, I think. Ah, shucks. Well, the Picts have declined my marriage proposal, but I saw some Irish princesses, so let's go talk to them soon. King Edward I, steward, so more money for me. That's nice. And anything else? Yes, +1 loyalty. Okay, good. Yeah, 4thread's working on it. He was thinking about rebellion, but now he's looking like an honest man. That's always nice. Good, good, good. I got another 3-star general. Edric, very honest. +1 loyalty and +1 morale. Yeah, good general. Good general. So yeah, I saw some Irish princesses. Let's go talk to them. I did. Let's see, where is my emissary? Up here? There you are. So you can go talk to her. I did train another emissary just so I could have... Just see if he's faster. You can go talk to her. And yeah, let's hope we can get a princess, get a wife for my son. It's too bad the Picts turned me down. That would have been nice. But we are making progress here on getting my armies together. I'm very close, I think. Let's see, you guys. These are the last units I need for his army. So you guys, and that might be enough. These 3 stacks might be enough to take on Ireland all by themselves. And if not, we can obviously continue to train soldiers while we're doing this. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. And then artillery-wise, We just need 2 more turns left so we can finish this catapult and I can send them over as well. I guess I don't have to wait for that. There's no Irish boats in the water, so there's nothing that can stop me from getting over there. So I don't need the artillery right away if I'm going to attack Ulster right away. So I suppose I could attack like next turn, I think. Let's see, I wanted to get some assassins over here so that I could go for an assassination attempt on this 4-star general. He is a great warrior, so +5 health, and a gentle knight, so +3 morale as well. So it's a small army, but he's a good general. 4 stars +3 morale. Yeah, that's not bad. So it would be nice if I had some assassins that could kill him. Oh damn, so the Scottish have, they're done. Yeah, their leader has been captured and executed and he has no heirs. That is it for the Scots, my goodness. Okay, so they were taken out by the Vikings. Let's see, one of my generals has died. So the Northumbrians lasted longer than the Scots. That's a little unexpected, okay. The Vikings are throwing their weight around. Holy smokes. Yeah, this is interesting. Because, you know, even though I do plan on attacking the Irish first, it's, you know, I kind of expected that I'd be able to march north from here. What happens if they take Elmet, though? And then I'm just like, all right, Vikings, can you get out of my way? Obviously, I can just attack the Picts, like, from this direction, and that's totally fine. And I can sandwich the Vikings from the north and the south. That also works, but still a little bit awkward. A little bit awkward. I did finish another title building here in Middlesex. What is this going to give? So, People's Champion, Folkwine, +2 Dread, +2 Loyalty. So, that's not actually, that doesn't feel too good, honestly. Like, yeah, because, so it helps out with population loyalty. Cool. Well, yeah, I'm looking pretty good. It looks like, you know, I'm having no real issues with population loyalty. So, yeah, I don't know about that title. I'll hang on to it, I guess, and just kind of wait until I need it, because right now it doesn't seem too pertinent. Maybe once I take some Irish provinces, that's going to be more important, because they are potentially going to be separated from my king's influence. Now, the Navy will connect them, of course, but, you know, if, like, my Navy dies or my boats die, then I might have some issues keeping the Irish territories. So, yeah, maybe I'll give it to one of my governors of an Irish province once I take the island. That seems okay. Is there any other office buildings for me to get? I'd imagine once I build the keep, there's going to be another office building for me to build. Or not. I just checked the tech tree and it looks like there's no other office buildings for me to build. So this is going to be it for Middlesex. I don't really know what else to build here. Yeah, maybe I'll think of something later on. Maybe I can make it an agent producing province later on. Maybe. Oh yeah, I'll think about it. I'll keep it in the back of my mind. And I picked the worst province to stage my invasion of Ireland. I picked a province that doesn't have a port finished yet. I would be ready to attack right now, but yeah, I have to wait one turn for this port to be finished, and then I will be ready to attack. Ah, well, that's not a big deal, but still, it's kind of funny. I could have went literally anywhere else. I could have went to Buis or anywhere else, and here I am in Defet just waiting for a port. And I will just attack without my artillery for the time being. I guess I could bring whatever, it doesn't really matter. I've been running out of money during my interns, so I have not been able to build everything, and would these guys be able to make the invasion? Let's just invade just with these guys. Yeah, let's just, they can catch up. So let's drop a save, and let's move on. Yep, not enough money. I feel like I'm not spending that much money, but I guess, yeah, I don't know. I'm making like 4,000 a turn and 4,600 a turn. That's not enough for what I'm building? Interesting. Yet the Picts and the Vikings just going back and forth up here in Scotland. Trading post has been finished here in Somerset, so making some sweet, sweet cash. Port is finished here in Defet. Now I can invade Ireland from that port. Drinking Hall is finished here in Clwyd. I decided to make this another province where I can train armored and upgraded Fearedmen. That seems like a good idea. Damn, so the Irish and the Picts are not allowing me to marry their princesses. That's unfortunate. Yeah, it's too bad. Huh. Well, at least this governor and general is now a master of numbers. That's +3 acumen. That's more money for his province. That's pretty sweet. And yeah, let's get ready to, let's attack. I think, let's just go for it. The Irish have some decent armies, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting because they have interesting armies, which I feel like I was able to kind of make them work when I played as the Irish, but I wonder if the AI is going to be able to manage them. It's really light infantry. It's a lot of light infantry, javelins, not a lot of heavy infantry. You know, they have some gallow glasses, which can be good in melee with their bonus versus armor, you know, good attack and whatnot. Bonnets are good as well. It's a 100-man unit with some good stats, and they have a couple javelins, but they're like stronger javelins. It's like a big old spear that they throw, and it's less of them. It's like two spears that they will throw instead of like the 7 javelins that might be tossed by a kern, for instance. So yeah, tons of throwing things. Lots of sticks can be thrown my way, but it's a kind of a tricky army to use for sure. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the Irish are going to be able to hold up to my heavy infantry approach of huscarls and militia sergeants and cavalry, archers. It's going to be tough for them. So I think I'm ready to go in though. Go into Ulster. I can lead with Lord Kenwulf. I think this is my best general, 7 stars. Yeah, he has some good traits here. Anything, let's see. So nothing really. The delegate's authority adds command, but there's nothing that adds morale to his soldiers. But still, being a 7-star general is very, very good, obviously. And then next up, we have our 6-star general, Lord Beorthwulf, and does he give anything? +2 loyalty. No, that's okay. That has nothing to do with the battles. Okay, so he also has no like morale traits, but again, 6 stars is good. And then we have 4th red, of course. Yeah, you've come a long ways, man. At the beginning of this episode, you were just like 2 loyalty, and now you're pretty good. 4 stars. Philosophically inclined. Oh no, this is a different guy. No, I'm thinking of someone else. I'm thinking of you. This guy was 2 stars, now he's 4. Okay, yeah, that's not as big of an increase. But still, 4th red, you're going to be ready to go. 4 stars. Still, no morale boosting traits, but still, he's going to be fine. So, let's declare war against the Irish. Yeah, let's go. Sorry, Ireland. Sorry. So, let's go. Has this last... Yeah, this catapult just isn't being built because I keep running out of money. So let's just send what I have. 2 catapults, 3 ballistas. Let's send them up. There's no fortifications here in Ulster, but we're going to need something here in Brega. So I can also bring some spies down as well. Let's get you guys ready to send over. Because if I can't use artillery to get into the keep, then maybe I can use some spies to help break me in as well. That's another option, of course. Ooh, and before I forget, let's send my assassins to try to kill... 24% chance to kill this 4-star general? Yeah, I'll take it. And then you as well. Hopefully by attacking the Irish and taking some provinces, I can help raise the influence of my king. It's going to be interesting because currently, you know, I'm kind of been looking at this for a while when I've been playing this game to see if influence actually does have anything to do with the stats of the heirs when they come of age, because I'm really curious about that. So far, with him having 2 influence, he's had 2 sons come of age. They've both been pretty shitty. Prince Leofric started off with 1 loyalty, 3 command, 2 acumen, 2 dread, 0 piety. Overall, like, not great, right? Weak principles for his trait. That's my heir. And then his younger brother, Prince Kilnwolf, 3 loyalty, 2 piety, 1 dread, 2 command, 1 acumen. So, not great. You know, like, Prince Leofric's a decent general. His younger brother, not so much, but at least he's a little bit more loyal. You know, overall, though, again, a bit more acumen on Leofric. And a bit more dread, but more piety on Kilnwolf. But he is a great warrior, hedonist. Okay. Overall, not great, but if we can raise the influence of my king, say by 1 or 2 points over the next, maybe just 1 turn, I don't know. I guess I'm only going to take 1 province before his next son comes of age. Prince Egbert is going to be of age in 3 turns. So that's going to be interesting to see if an extra point of influence is going to make Prince Egbert have better stats. I would like to see that. I'd be curious to see if influence actually does matter, or if it's just kind of something like an anecdotal thing that people think matters, but it doesn't really matter. So I want to keep an eye on that as we go along here. Okay, and the Irish are reinforcing Ulster. Interesting. And they are going to retreat. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. So Ulster is now mine without a fight. And that's it for the Northumbrians. Okay, yeah. So now we have an entire, like, Viking, like, empire north of us, holding those 3 provinces. That's very interesting. One of my generals has died of old age. Okay. Trader finished here in Pexaton, so some more money for me. Horse farmer finished, so now we can keep working on towards those mounted nobles. And yeah, the Irish are not letting me marry. Well, not now that we're at war. I have a daughter on the way. Good, good, good. I will take it. And yeah, great builder for another governor of mine. So loyalty, happiness, all good stuff. All right, let's check this out. So we got Ulster for free. So they have gold deposits and iron deposits. So this is a good province. Let's go right away and start. Let's get a warrior hold right off the bat, and then watchtowers for that loyalty. Yeah, let's start with those 2 things. And then I'm okay with attacking, like, next turn. I can bring... I have some peasants I can bring up. I probably should have brought them up last turn, but... Yeah, actually, speaking of which, I should probably have some peasants here and Defet as well. And just like that, we just needed to take 1 province, and he's already up to 3 influence. So, yeah, that's pretty sweet. And 2 more turns before Prince Egbert comes of age. Ooh, I can take... Okay, I can take Brega, yeah. Let's wait 1 turn while this warrior hold finishes, and I can bring these peasants up to garrison this warrior hold, and then I can attack Brega in the next turn. So, yeah, we're going for it. We're going for that influence. Help out the king, help out the kingdom. And my assassins are not getting the job done here. Let's see. Oh yeah, one of them. Oh yes, one of my assassins did get the job done. Nice. Yes, okay, nice, sweet, that's awesome. So, okay, so the Vikings are facing a rebellion here in Elmet. It's going to be interesting to keep an eye on that. Ulster is going to give dread and loyalty to the governor of this. So let's just find someone who's 4 acumen. Yep, that'll do. Let's make sure you don't have any bad traits. Actually, you have some good traits. Yeah, let's do that. A bit more money, bump it up. Actually, probably not, because we're going to see if we can leave right away, actually. In fact, I might give this guy that title that I just got, this one, just to help out here. But let's keep an eye on this. Let's see how we do here. So if I do that, and if I just invade Brega, so they have a lot of armies here. This could be a big fight, but this would be the decisive fight for Ireland if we Come down here with you, you, and you. And yeah, Ulster's not happy about that. Very low taxes. I could use more. Alright, what about if I bring you guys? And that helps, yeah, 4 units of peasants, that'll do the trick. Alright. And I'm going to build that watchtower as well. That's going to help out as well. Yeah. So let's keep training peasants here in Huiche because I'm going to need them for sure. And yeah, spies as well. I need these guys to get over here to help out. Why can't they come over here? Confused by that. Why can't spies go to Ulster? Is it because I don't have a port there? But my soldiers can? So my soldiers can go to a province that doesn't have a port, but my ages can? Is that what? Is that how that goes? Yeah, it's a little weird. Because like I feel like I thought you needed ports to transfer soldiers across places. At least in the Grand Campaign, that's the case, right? But then I noticed in the Irish campaign that doesn't seem to be the case. But then the agents still have to follow that rule. Like they can only travel with port provinces, which it makes sense, but soldiers don't have to? Is that the same? It's not the same in the Grand Campaign, is it? That's different. Isn't it? Isn't it? I'm losing my mind. I don't know. I don't know anymore. So I guess I can't bring over my spies right now because they're just going to get caught. Maybe I can bring them to Brega, but I mean, see, there's a border fort here in Munster. There's no border fort here in Laggan, and there's no border fort here in Brega, but this is where the king is. So there's a good chance they're going to get caught by the king's bodyguards, I think. We can try. These are 3-star spies. Or 2-star. Oh. You're 3-star. And you're 3-star. Let's see. Let's see if I can get them to Ulster through Brega. Alright, so the Vikings have retreated from Fib, from the Picts, and ooh, the Vikings invaded Munsters. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, they want to get in on the action, I see. Okay. Okay, and the Irish have retreated from Brega. Holy hot damn. Wow, I thought that was going to be a fight. I thought that was kind of even looking. Huh. That was their capital. Alright, so flooded middle angle. Luckily nothing was destroyed, but income was halved. And yeah, the Irish leader just died of an illness as well. So his heir has taken over command. And Prince Egbert has come of age. Watchtower is finished here in Ulster. Fort is finished here in Huiche. Fortified village is finished here in Clwyd. And another daughter is on the way. Prince Egbert, irritable, so +1 dread, and then natural leader, so +2 morale, +1 loyalty. Okie dokie. And I saw that he's a 3-star general. Anything else? That looks better, doesn't it? You know, the good loyalty. 3 command is fine. The other stuff is pretty pedestrian. But natural leader is good. That's a good trait, you know? And what is the influence on the king? Still 3. Okay, well, I don't know if that's like enough evidence, but like, I don't know. It does look better, doesn't it? So because I took Brega without a fight, all of the buildings are still intact. Wow, that is pretty good. Yeah, keep with all this stuff here. I could start building Saxon Huscarls and Royal Bodyguards right away if I wanted to. I don't need to right now. I have plenty of provinces that can train those units with higher buffs, higher stats and all that. But yeah, still. Also, the governorship of Brega gives +1 command and all this other good stuff. Acumen, loyalty, dread. Money here is decent. It looks like I can bump it up by a bit, make a bit more money. So who do I want to give that governorship to? +1 acumen and command is nothing to sniff at. So who is worthy? Not Cuthwolf? Cuthluff? Maybe you? Or Eadricht? you're also an option. I would prefer 4 acumen, but I might not be able to get that. You're the one who's administratively greedy. I was close that time. I'm not quite there yet. Maybe I'll be warmed up by tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow will be much better. I feel like that's sometimes how it goes. Like, you know, if I have 2 days off and then I record, it's like pretty rough. And then the next day I'm like, oh yeah, it's so easy now. I don't know why it was so hard the day before. Yeah, it's weird. But yeah, anyway, let's see. Well, 1 acumen's not good enough. I do not want that. I saw another one. Here's another 3-star. Yeah, 3 acumen. 3 acumen's fine. It's going to get bumped up by the fact that, you know, the governorship's going to give +1 acumen as well. So how much does zeal matter? Zeal does not matter much because it's only 49% here. So the piety is not going to matter too much, I don't think. So, do we really care? 2 piety, Cuthluff, most loyal, +3 loyalty, +1 dread. Yeah, you know what? I think you're the guy. Cuthluff, yeah, you. Let's make you the governor of Brega. 341. $478. Yeah, that's a good boost. It's a good province to have. I could probably even build some better farmland as well. Yeah, 478 on 20% right now, so I'll bump that up to 40% and that'll get a nice little boost. Yeah. Good province, and I'm curious to see if we're going to see a counterattack from the Irish. The new king, 4 influence, 3 command, great warrior, so there's that, and +3 valor, so he should be a good fighter. Although it says it's only valor of 1, I'm confused by that. I feel like I've seen that before where the traits will say, like, you know, an increase to valor, but then I look at the card and it doesn't say that. It's the top right number, right? That's supposed to be his valor. So I don't really, I don't really understand what's going on there. I'm surprised they did not fight there. That was kind of shocking. So it is at this point that I am pretty much ready to attack the Irish here in Legen, except I have been recording for a while, and I think that, you know, to get into this big battle here, I should probably make sure that I don't, you know, overly surpass my recording time. So I'm going to leave this one for the next episode. So again, yeah, sorry for leaving this one out here, but I think this is going to be a big battle, and I want to make sure that it's done right. So yeah, we are getting our invasion of Ireland done. It's fully underway here, and it's going surprisingly well. It's been easy so far. Of course, the Vikings had to chip in, and now they're here. God damn it. Hopefully I can. The rebels, luckily, are like pretty decently strong, so maybe they can make sure the Vikings won't attack. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. We will have to see. But yeah, in any case, that is all going to have to wait until next time. As always, I hope you have enjoyed this one, and thank you very much for watching. This has been Concept playing a Medieval Total War Viking Invasion. Thank you very much, and goodbye.